Dear Jeb, I hope you are doing well. I wanted to thank you and your team for this snapshot. This is my opinion, but the little features and added polish are one of the most important things about game design to me. This also isn't a snapshot news video, there's thousands of those. This is a thank you video, plus some thoughts I have on the snapshot. So first off, the ability to gain altitude using fireworks on elytras makes sense. It also prevents players from exploiting that punch bow bug, which is another huge plus, or as I like to call it, cheating. I appreciate how the amount you get launched is dependent on the firework lifetime. That's a nice touch. Overall, I have no complaints about this feature, and I'm happy for it to be in the game. One of my most anticipated features, yeah, sad I know, was added to this snapshot too. No way, they didn't. What is this? What? Oh! The ability to smelt tools into iron and gold nuggets. Firstly, iron nuggets were a necessary addition because it keeps them consistent with gold nuggets. It just makes sense to have them exist even if they did not yet have a purpose. Second, I like how you can still get an iron and gold nugget even when a tool is at minimum durability. It makes even the most broken and useless tools that you can collect from mobs somewhat useful. Also, people will start making legitimate iron and gold farms here using the tools mobs drop. I do have something to add though. It seems the tools and armors always give one nugget, unless I'm wrong, but every time this has been the case for me. I can understand that you don't want this feature to be too powerful due to mob drops, but hear me out on this one. The number of nuggets you receive should be equal to the ingots required to make the armor, multiplied by 0.05, so 5%, and then multiplied by 9, because nuggets, and then multiplied by the percentage of damage the tool has, and then rounded. If the output number is less than 1, it gets rounded to 1. If I didn't explain it well, then the equation on the screen might. So in practice, if I were to smelt a helmet that has taken no damage, the equation I would use is 5 multiplied by 5% multiplied by 9, then rounded. This would output 2 iron nuggets. If the helmet had a durability of 50%, it would output 1 iron nugget. If I were to smelt a gold chest plate that has taken 25% durability damage, I would use 8 multiplied by 5% multiplied by 9 and then subtract 25%, then round it. This would output 3 gold nuggets. It's a small change, but it gives the player an incentive to smelt some half-damaged armor rather than just letting it deplete to 0 durability and then smelt it. The sweeping edge enchantment is great. I'm always open to new enchantments, whether I find them personally useful or not. They're always going to be useful in maps at the very least, but I'm sure other survival players will find uses for it to do. I know what you're going to do, Suzuma. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the new limitation, not being able to put mending and infinity on a bow at the same time. I'm all for this change, because mending plus infinity is just infinite arrows and is way too overpowered. But I do have one thing to add, and that's the way this is telegraphed. I've talked about this last episode, but the way it's presented almost looks like a bug. And this applies to other enchantments too, such as smite and sharpness. It looks like it can work at first, but closer inspection will reveal that this isn't the case. I propose 2 possible solutions. The first solution being really uncreative, to create a red X saying incompatible enchantments or cannot combine enchantments, or a variant of that that's more creative than the doormat I am. Or, here's the other option, let us combine them. Hear me out. Let us combine them, but also add a curse as a side effect. These are just ideas, but perhaps a curse of decay which makes the tool slowly lose durability over time. Or a curse of breaking, which causes the tool to lose durability faster, or a curse of sloth, which makes draw speed, attack speed, and mining speed slower, or a curse of, I'm getting ahead of myself, but you get the idea. This alternative will give the player the freedom to combine enchantments, but also limits them in a risk versus reward situation, which is a topic for another video. All in all, great update. I'm always looking forward to what comes out next. Those are my thoughts. Have a beautiful day.